àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun diary Politico. Maiyegun diary Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Thank you. Share the broadcast. Let me know if the audio is perfect. We have issue with the audio just before we get started. Please let me know. I'll read my comments.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook.
So this morning, the news broke that our own revered leader, Banji Stephen Akintoye, has resigned his chairmanship of NINAS. For those who might possibly be hearing NINAS for the first time, the full meaning of NINAS is Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. They comprise of 3 ethnic group represented, in which Ilana Omo Odua represents the Yoruba bloc. However, Tony Nnamdi, I believe, who happened to also be a senior member of that NINAS, represent the lower Niger, the people of Biafra, something that causes clashes between the IPOB members and then NINAS. However, IPOB said they had some reservations, against those people who make up NINAS, that many of them, that they have a political affiliation with the same people that have criminalized self-determination. That in fact, they believe that they came to be simply because the government of Nigeria wanted to water down the self-determination of the indigenous people of southern Nigeria. This reservation of IPOB seems to have been justified as Ilana Omo Odua pulled out of NINAS today, according to their statement here. Today is Tuesday, the 30th of November. So according to their media report, their press release, I'll read that in part. It says that in the light of the current development in the Yoruba self-determination struggle, especially in Ilana Omo Odua, it has become very necessary for the Yoruba people to dissociate themselves from the alliance known as NINAS with immediate effect. It is our well-considered opinion that some of those we align with in NINAS do not want the kind of self-determination that we, the Yoruba people, want. Further, therefore, we, the leadership of Ilana Omo Odua, wish to inform the general public that the Yoruba bloc, under the leadership of Ilana Omo Odua worldwide, has moved out of the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination with immediate effects in order to safeguard the integrity and honor of our agitation for self-determination. Clash of interest. I'll tell you a few things that comes to mind. All right. They continue. We thank the leader of LNC, Lower Niger Congress, that is Tony Nnamdi, for his inputs to the Nina struggle since inception. However, it is now obvious to most people in the Yoruba self-determination struggle that the LNC is not working in tandem with our objective in Ilana Omo Odua. I don't know if that's making any sense to any of you. The point here is this. There was a time where everyone agreed that, listen, if we want to really make an impact, if people really want to discuss the imbalance contraption called Nigeria, we need stronger, united Southern Nigeria. This idea that many people have muted so many times was put to practice by the formation of Ninas. So Ninas had in it the Yorubas, the Biafrans, the Middle Beltans. Unfortunately, according to what we know, Yorubas represented by the Ilanomo Odua, they have the presence. Before the Nigerian government clamped on the Yoruba movement, Yoruba Nation movement, and they killed 2 people inside Oloye Sunday Igboho's house, it was obvious that self-determination Yoruba Nation campaign was gaining ground, which means Ilanomo Odua, they were actually on ground. But the other parts, the Middle Belt bloc, the Lower Niger Congress bloc led by Tony Nnamdi, they don't have the real presence. I mean, if you go to the east, let's put it this way, okay? If you come to the west, you will see Yorubas with, talking about Yoruba Nation. And you will see Ilanomo Odua involved. If you go to the east, in Biafra land, represented by Lower Niger Congress, everybody knows that the east is controlled by IPOB. No matter what they have tried to probably paint them as, they control the east. So, according to what we heard, it was just a pretty much like leverage of controlling those who are agitating for self-determination. And it is coming not too late. It is better late than never that Ilanomo Odua pulled out of that alliance. I don't know about the Middle Belt. The Middle Belt bloc so far. However, with this last statement of it is now obvious to most people in the Yoruba self-determination struggle that the LNC, Lower Niger Congress, that should be for the Biafrans. Some of the Biafrans are watching me right now like, forget it. We told you that these people are fraud. These people are working for Nigeria. I know. It's easier now, somehow, to continue to possibly, destroy ourselves through this issue of trust, which people continue to break. Every now and then, you want people to convince you that they actually mean what they are saying. Therefore, maybe you can listen to them and believe in them. But when you realize that all roads lead to the same place, the same people you are trying to get away from, it breaks out because, Southern unity. We're talking about Southern unity. Let the South come together. Everybody talking about it, right? It is only these people who actually put it to work. And instead of us building on it, it's cracked. That's the point now. It's cracked. Let me continue reading the statement, by the way. They said the implication of this development is that the prestigious leadership that Professor Banji Stephen Akintoye has provided for NINAS as chairman since inception has now come to an end from today, Tuesday, the 30th of November, 2021. Furthermore, Ilana Omo Oodua hereby withdraw its membership of NINAS with immediate effect. All the Yoruba people worldwide that believe in the agitation for Yoruba nation self-determination at home and abroad are, by this statement, notified to comply. We are, however, pleased to inform you that a more productive wide alliance to be known as the South and Middle Belt People's Sovereign Movement will be officially inaugurated after the completion of the ongoing consultations with like minds across the South and Middle Belt regions. They want to build a different alliance. Some are working day and night to ingrain the proscription of IPOB on us and the violence they have unleashed on them. They are trying to make us kind of, because Nigeria says they are terrorists. Then we have those who are championing for self-determination in the South, who are trying so hard to avoid IPOB, despite the fact that the followership we need, the strength and the number we need comes from our own alliances, by at least giving room for compromise where we are pretty much like, compromise, whatever our differences are, whatever it is, because I don't, IPOB being persecuted because they wanted Biafra, remember? We in the Yoruba nation, we are being persecuted because we wanted Yoruba nation, right? But those who have the mechanism to bring us and build us together, they are avoiding the vital part of that arrangement. I don't know what our leaders in Ilana Omo Oodua, I don't know what they are coming up with. But those who told you then that everyone can stand up, many people can come out, many groups can come out to claim to be fighting for self-determination. Majority of them are doing so because it is almost election time. And if they pitch their tent with you, they can get the attention they want from the people in government, and then they will sell you out. So alliances that doesn't really, in any way involve the IPOB as a bloc in the Southern Nigeria arrangement, I'm saying this with all sense of sincerity, right? It's just a waste of time. People said going it alone is not going to really work out. And it's true. Going it alone won't work out for anyone. The reason is this. The way Nigeria is structured, the way this Nigeria is amalgamated and forced together, right? Those who know all the marginalization and, everything that has brought us to the point of asking to break away and leave this contraption, those who have witnessed it comes from every tribe, every religion, you know what I mean? So which means those who sustained this madness come from my tribe, comes from your tribe. And if you are, for any reason, going to go it alone, it is easier for them to continue to conglomerate and, you know what I mean? And they will still continue to stop you like they are doing to us individually now. Like you have seen with the IPOB, you have seen with the Biafrans, you have seen with us the Yorubas, you have seen what they did to Oluye Sunday. You have seen all of that because we are going it individually, right? But those who have the capacity to put together, consult, meet, they are meeting that vital part, right? They are meeting that vital part, and that vital part of a Southern unity, in a way, right, comes from the East too. Because I know Many of us have been so damaged beyond any explanation. Sincerely, Nigeria is tiring. Nigeria is, Nigeria is wasteful in a way. Like, however, this whole thing for the political class who pretended that our pains, our blood, the lives being lost, the properties being destroyed, those who live among us, who call themselves themselves the political class that come from every part, including the part where people are being hunted down, killed like they are nothing and they will never be anything, right? They are united up there. Okay. So trust may be a big thing among us, but there's also one thing you should learn in the game of power, especially talking about going it alone or building alliances. There are alliances that you build for the moment just to cross the bridge. Okay. A news came out that, well, it's not even news. It was Oji Uzokalu that tweeted that he went to visit Nnamdi Kanu. Oh boy. All air don't let loose now. You know, there is already an Rufo fight, suspicion and all of that going on within the ranks of our social media, what do you call it, Biafrans, right? 2 days ago, Nwazurike came out and he said they are working, that he's working with other people to release and free Nnamdi Kanu. A day after that, Oji Uzokalu tweeted that he visited Nnamdi Kanu at DSS detention, and people are not having, they don't want to have none of that. And I understand. I understand. Especially now that all of us be suspects. You get that now? If you don't watch what you say sometimes, right, you become a suspect too. But in the process of all this madness, this suspicion, now you, now this one, now that one, this and that, there is something we should see too. And that is, sometimes it is always good to learn how to use your enemies. Because it all starts from everything that brought us to this precipice, this state of division. Politicians orchestrated all of that, including those elites who decided to keep quiet, pretending that everything going on right now is not happening, right? Or they continue to speak in hushed tones and all of that. They are aware. But when you are facing this kind of battle, like war, you should also learn how to use your enemies. I have a book here, and it is called 48 Laws of Power. That is law number 2. Emotion may be running riot. Okay. The people who have the power of states to pick anybody wherever they want to, they can kidnap you from anywhere. They have the capacity, including if they have to pay people to get you. But once you are in their custody, at that point, that is where your, what do you call, your own creative mind should come to play. When they are celebrating that, yes, we have him, yes, we have him. Yeah, you can also learn how to use your enemies. Not be everybody with don't condemn Biafra. Listen to me. Not be everybody we don't condemn publicly came out to attack you. They said horrible things about IPOB and where have you. And suddenly they are talking nice. They are not your friends, no doubt. But at the same time, they are not your enemies too. Until you make them one. They are not friends. They are not enemy. But they can be useful as well. Now, this is why I said that too. Law number 2. He said, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. I don't mean to insult anybody, but this is my own religious book. I have two of them. The Art of War and the 48 Laws of Power. They can help in understanding the changing dynamic of politics, power, and every other thing that comes with it. People who have attacked Nnamdi Kanu, people who have vowed to crush him, people who were scared of him for no reason. It is this same fear. It is this same fear that is making Bukwari to commit all this crime. Self-determination is not a crime. Asking for your own country is not a criminal offense. But fear of Nnamdi Kanu is what is making Nigeria to behave like Nigeria is supposed to be a country. It's behaving like a kind of a gulag, a banana republic. The fear. Why do you think the Igbo governors, led by Devil Umahi, rushed to the media to proscribe IPOB? Fear. But does that mean that they will never be useful? Of course not. They will be useful because they owe you a lot. As you all wake up every morning praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, some of them are doing everything they can to be seen as those who are trying to get him out, even though they were those who got him in there in the first place. Don't let your emotion always run riot this way. Remember in 2017, when Bukwari kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from his hotel room in Lagos in 2015, December. Then 2017, they came to an arrangement. And that arrangement was, some of you should come and stand surety for it. The same people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, lambasted. It is a truth. They were supposed to be enemies. But guess what? They were turning head over heels to stand surety for him. That was what finally put Senator Abaribe in the good book of all the Biafrans today. Abaribe is a member of that system. Abaribe will not come out and say he wants Nigeria to break and all of that. But Abaribe continued to stand the position of IPOB that if Nigeria continues to ignore the demand of the Igbos, the marginalization, all of this, IPOB will continue to be relevant and Igbo people will continue to listen to them. And yeah, Nigeria will not survive it. And it's true. But he will never come out and say he is supporting the breakup of Nigeria. You know why? He won't. He's a member of the system. He is the product of that system. But when time presented itself, after waiting for over a year or two, when it was time for them to be heroes, Ekweremandu that you later beat up in Germany, he was one of those who made the move to stand surety for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Learn how to use your enemy because they owe you a lot in the game of power. So when they said that Oji Orji Uzor Kalu visited Nnamdi Kanu. That is actually against the court order, by the way. So to be clear, and the lawyers to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it is a disgrace, by the way, because they won't be allowed to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu except the court signs it and they take that court paper, they take it to the DSS. That's when they allow them to see him. And before they even allow them to see him, they are subjected to different kind of inhuman treatment befitting a legal representative. But Nigeria is Nigeria. Yeah? Orji Uzor Kalu said he saw Nnamdi Kanu. But Orji Uzor Kalu and Nnamdi Kanu, they have history. Maybe some of you don't know. Orji Uzor Kalu is from Abia. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia. Orji Uzor Kalu was the former governor of Abia State that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's father the king of Afarauku in Abia State. It was the governor that gave him the statue of office, as they do in Nigeria. They've always had relationship. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was released in 2017, he met with Orji Uzor Kalu, just same way. Politicians trying to say, you see, now that you are out, this and that, until it was not yielding to whatever they wanted him to give up. It wasn't giving up. So they had to run for cover again until they agreed that Bukwari can go ahead. They can just kill him. It doesn't look like it's going to change. So Nnamdi Kanu took the offer of the same people who ignored the killings of Biafrans for decades, who pretended not to know. So when they are making deals with their friends there, right? Nnamdi Kanu was able to say, well, if that's what their court says, and they are ready to, go over to them. So you should learn how to use the enemy. Not everything you should be reacting to angrily. Don't go to bed with this disappointment that people are being fed on social media, right? This whole thing is beyond all this rant to make I tell you, technically, I've told you. The same people who made, the same people who kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, who committed extraordinary rendition. That's the power of a country. Do you understand? Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya. Kenya government used their resources because Malamu and gang in Nigeria said they must arrest him because he's there as a terrorist, meeting Al-Shabaab. That is the power of countries, right? And they could kidnap him using their police. They kidnapped him. They now, drugged him and they dumped him in a private jet, flew him to Abuja. And then what? That is the power of a country. So don't give credit to any individual and say, now this person, now he sold our leader. Now that person sold our leader. If you enter any country, if that country is in arrangement with another country looking for you, even if you enter the country under a false name, they will get you. That's something some of you should know. You're not going to disappear into any country. You're not going to just say, hey, Ghana, and then you just appear in a Ghana hotel. You're going to pass through, and whether you pass through the border, whether you then smuggle you in, anything, they will find you. So Nigeria used the instrument of states to kidnap a private citizen, a British citizen, right? Kidnap him for a crime they cannot even bring out in their own court, when we all know that it's not about any crime, it's not about anything. You get what I mean now? Say they want to shock all of us, blah, blah, blah. They can just say one judge, another judge just come. They'll say, oh yeah, they don't send Nnamdi Kanu this sentence, that sentence. Then politicians will now position themselves. Oh yeah, let's help him, let's help him, let's save him, so that we can be seen as hero. It doesn't mean that they are your friends. But if they have to get him out of that place, right? Take it. That's the point. They've committed a lot of things. And I bet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself knows that the price being paid, or the price is being paid, by the Biafrans today could be lesser if their political class should at least show some interest. So they're going to come. They are the ones who are going to get him out of that place. So are you with me? I understand that people said pressure should continue, which, for example, like sitting at home. You know, sit at home is voluntary now. People still sit at home. You know what I mean? People still sit at home because they feel like they can't just, use that 7 days without any of them, at least compared to the pain that Maz, because I've read a lot about reactions of people, right? They felt like they was continue to sit at home. As long as Nnamdi Kanu is there in DSS detention, God knows what they are doing to him and all of that. And they believe as well, right, that if you continue to mount the pressure, the likes of Kalu and the rest of them keeping quiet. A lot of people have spoken now. A lot of them are doing whatever they can, but it seems that Nnamdi Kanu no they accept any deal from them yet. You get what I mean now? Like they haven't practically managed to say something. He's going to say, okay. So that's why they haven't told you probably when they are going to release him and all of that. Yeah? But they will all be coming out. So if the pressure or whatever other pressure that people think works, do it. Sit at home. Voluntary. You get what I mean now? No one is forced to sit at home. No one has ever been forced to sit at home. And when you see all these other miscreants who are actually causing havoc, you could never see any, what do you call it? You will never see anybody fighting for Biafra or fighting for Yoruba nation and then bringing discomfort to the same people they are fighting for. Of course not. So I saw a video. A few days ago. I saw a video a few days ago. And that video was about, not a few days ago, I think it was about 2 days ago. It was a video of some miscreants, some murderers, terrorists you can call them, right? And they cut off 2 people's heads. And they claim in that video that they cut off the ears of police officers and all that. That if they don't release Nnamdi Kanu, they are going to do more. And I'm like, listen, anyone can make video. Criminals are out there. It is the job of the government to look out for criminals. Okay? The criminals who can always come out and, hey, we are doing this because of our leader, Nnamdi. Everybody will claim Nnamdi Kanu. Ojiuzo Kalu said, there's no doubt about it. Nnamdi Kanu has the largest followership in the entire Eastern Nigeria. In Nigeria and outside Nigeria, it's being followed. Like he has them strong, dedicated, loyal members and supporters of Biafran struggle. So anyone who comes out to perpetrate violence, anyone who comes out to portray violence, oh, we're going to kill you. No. If you see them being celebrated on social media, right? Trust me, they can't be the intelligent IPOB members of Biafrans or lovers of Biafra. Violence is not part of IPOB. And that's why many of us actually admire them from the word go, when even majority disagreed with them because they didn't understand. But many of us who are actually not Biafrans, but lovers of Biafra today, it's because of the non-violent nature and that kind of a massive movement that they've got, controlled crowd that they've got. These are the qualities that got many of us interested to say, well, these are people who are really genuinely, pushing for self-determinations. The way that you carry the people along enough, the acceptance and all that, not violence. So if you see anyone committing violence, oh, why did you open your shop? They attack you. They are not IPOB members. Oh, Maiyegun, don't talk like that. You are trying to patronize them. They are IPOB members. Go on social media. They are celebrating it. I just told you now that they are not IPO. If you see them, arrest them. If anybody come, if they say, you should sit at home, you are not sitting at home and all of that. If you feel gather, arrest them and pick them. They are not IPOB member. You know why? The IPOB member themselves are observing. Those who are going to be observing sit at home themselves will be sitting at home. They won't go about hurting and destroying or stealing from people. No. That is where some things can be clashy, all right? But the point here is that those who locked Nnamdi Kanu up, they will be those who are also going to bring him out. Okay? Stop attacking yourselves. Stop tearing yourselves apart. You have said this many times. You can disagree in any way or many ways. But what you should never do is to tear yourselves apart, tear your brothers apart, tear your sisters apart, and all of that. You know, it's in your own interest not to. I won't, for what do you call it? I won't for any reason, yeah. Come on here and then lambast Ilanomo Dua and everyone at least doing one or two things to help us get justice for those who have been, who have been beaten and then brutalized by Nigeria, those who have been killed as well. So I won't, even if I don't completely agree with their logic and what have you, okay? So I hope some of you will understand what it means that in this game as it is now, not game as it is, right? In this whole thing as it is now, yeah, you are going to need your enemies who are going to speak out for you. It is not because they are your friends. It is because they also want to be part of those. They will say, oh, Nwazurike is now saying that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. The same Nwazurike that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu on the day of his wedding. I think that's what he said in that video. He said he kidnapped him. He took him away from there. Nobody, all your security couldn't protect you. I should have killed you. People said I should have killed you. Blah, blah, blah. The same Nwazurike is coming out to say they are working to get Nnamdi Kanu out. Just say thank you. You don't need to attack yourselves. I mean, you don't need to. They have betrayed our leader. They betrayed our leader. And Nwazurike is now working with you. Come on, guys. It's good though. Make una they express on ourselves, so but not to believe in some of those things that actually put you on the edge. Because if you continue like this, you are going to see so many people that you would never believe will speak up for Nnamdi Kanu. They are not speaking up for him because of him. They will be speaking up for him because of themselves. It's called redemption. Politicians do that all the time, right? All of you knows that if Nnamdi Kanu comes out tomorrow, it's going to be a different story, a different ball game entirely. At least they visited him and they told us he's fine. They said they are working to get him released because he's committed no crime. They kidnapped him. That's what happened, right? The people who kidnapped him, they want ransom, and that ransom is that he should abandon the Biafra. Sorry, make a drink. He should abandon Biafra. That ransom now, waiting them negotiate now. So that will pay ransom or you don't pay ransom. And you know these guys, people can say, we are going to pay the ransom for you. Oh, he's not going to talk about Biafra again. Let him go. If that is what the language they understand among themselves, that's their business. We want him out alive. Okay? And we want everybody united. And he keeps saying that. He keeps sending that to you. All right? And I hope that Nnamdi Kanu will be like, it won't be like, sorry, that Nnamdi Kanu won't be like Mose. Now, Mose that went to go and collect 10 commandments from God. And when he came back, he realized that the entire people, Israelites, they don't, everybody don't choose everything. We then feel say, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm not. Do you get what I mean? So the point I'm trying to make there is that we want him out. Whatever they want to do, they should do among themselves. All right? At this point, if we cannot drop all these accusations and not, what have you, people will catch on. Social media is everywhere right now. Everybody is on social media, and everybody is actually catching the cruise of social media as well. So, but in this case, human lives are involved. People are being killed, locked up. These are the things that when we see those who are in any way wishing to bring safety in any way, you don't push them away, even though they cannot be trusted. At the same time, you also need to learn a possibility of using your supposed enemy. So that's what I'm going to say on that, on the visit. It's like if they tell me now that Obasanjo visits Oloye Sunday Igboho. You get what I mean? So I won't flare up. I'm just gonna be like, okay. So when are you guys going to now agree to let him go? Because he's done nothing wrong. Maiyegun, that thing, we need to kill all of them. I say, you, my brother, we need army then, Abi. We need army, we need logistics, we need resources and all of that. So it's beyond, we need to kill all of them. So since we never get the resources to kill all of them, what can we do? You continue to use the little you have, which is the pressure you can mount. And if that makes a difference, which it does, makes difference, by the way. So if I see anybody who is working in a way to get Oloye Sunday Igboho out of that place, their negotiation and what have you, I won't give a damn. You know why? A free Igboho is so valuable to whatever the Yoruba nation and many, many of us actually hold dear. It's so valuable. Being free and alive. Same thing with Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu turns his camera on this weekend and you see his face, he says, this is Nnamdi. You see him. He doesn't even have to say, this is me, like me. I will say, oh, this is Maiyegun live. Nnamdi Kanu should just turn his camera on now. Then you will see like 30, 40,000 people live. They want to see his face. So that impact. You get what I mean now? And for those who have the capacity to hold everybody together for now, they should never forget that that is what we are missing. That's what you want to see. A direction, something with a more clearer direction. That's not too much. So make everybody just calm down. Okay? Everybody calm down. So then building relationship with those, like I said, using your enemy. Learn how to use your enemies. Okay? When politicians who pretended that they don't know what is going on, when you have a chance of influencing them and dragging them into coming out publicly to even speak about what you are fighting for, Yoruba nation, Biafra, that is a progress. And that's something that some of you should begin to get used to. Okay? So when your enemies are praising you, then something is wrong. Of course, it depends on who you call your enemy. And it depends on what you call praises. You get what I mean now? Even if your enemy acknowledges your greatness and your greatness and what have you, if your enemy acknowledges your success, that is not like you are in trouble and what have you. It just simply means that they can no longer keep it. They can no longer hide it. But it doesn't make them your friends as well. But it doesn't make them useless to you too. That's the way I see life. And that is why it's so easy for me to relate with everybody. I don't really care. I don't see people as what do you call this or that. Just see you as a human being until you show me you are not. You get what I mean now? So it's easier to relate with people, whether Christians, Muslim, no religion, gay, straight, lesbian, no, what have you. I can relate with everyone that way. So hopefully you will learn to use, or you will learn how to relate with those you don't really want to be with, but circumstances can drag you together in this case. As for the Ninas, we hope to hear from them. And we hope that we are not going to be hearing accusation upon accusation. What we care about is that anyone who is standing up for self-determination, referendum, or what have you, everyone who is standing up for something, they should be upright. They should be honest. Don't come out in the open and say you are for this or that. Then mislead people only to go back at night, the back room, to go and meet the same people that we are all saying brought us here. And in fact, we can no longer live together. So it's like you playing both sides. It's unfortunate and so disappointing when such happens. It's heartbreaking. And I hope that many of us who admires the work of those who are the advocates for self-determination, referendum and all that, so many of us rooting for you over here, all over the world, because of what you're doing, and now you're going about it. But disappointment that comes with you going back to go and work and endorse politicians, at the end of the day, making this a pretty, sort of a sabotage project on the people who genuinely want to discuss leaving Nigeria. I hope that we founded the genuine alliance that is so desperately needed right now in southern Nigeria. The politicians are together, but the self-determination agitators are not. And trust me, that is a problem. I'm going to see you some other time, and I hope I managed to speak one or two things to my friends today, and I'm going to see you later tonight. So if you have the time, join me. I'll be live again tonight. So, good afternoon.